So we're going to move on to Karalyn Schubring and her piece Red Leaf Collection.
Hello.
Hey, hi, Karalyn. And we got Nico here with us, the two clarinetists.
Hello, yes.
So here we are at the title piece of the album, Red Leaf Collection. Speaking for myself, I absolutely adore this piece. I know everyone else does too, but it is such a joy to play this piece every time that we do, and we just really love the story behind it and everything, and we're going to get into that. But first, for those just joining us, we are the Vanguard Reed Quintet, and this is our album release party. You can download it on iTunes and Amazon and stream on Spotify and all of those good places. So go and check it out, get it. You can get it now. So without further ado, this is Karalyn Schubring, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself and her piece, Red Leaf Collection.
Thanks so much, Mickayla. So I'm a composer and pianist. I'm originally from Arizona, so that's where I currently am right now. But I just graduated from University of Michigan, got my undergraduate degree in composition. I also play a lot of piano too. So on my time at Michigan, it was just really, really fun to be able to do both of those things. I love writing for my friends, and I also love playing the music of my friends too, and just contributing to an ecosystem where we get to do things like this and just hang out and celebrate the amazing music that everyone is making around us. Music that I write, I love writing about things I find in nature. I do think that music should bring joy. It doesn't have to all the time, but I love to make music that makes me feel joyful and inspires other people to experience the same thing too.
Yeah, and the story behind this piece, it brings so much joy to us. And I would love for you to tell the story because you tell it so much better than I do. So can you tell us the story of how Red Leaf Collection came to be?
Yes, I can. So I mentioned I'm from Arizona, and here, it's a very beautiful place. I do encourage you to visit it if you have the chance. Not right now, but the thing about it is the climate stays pretty similar all year long. We don't have deciduous trees, so things kind of look the same. So when I moved to Michigan, it was like my first time experiencing the seasons and getting to just experience all of this beauty of change and things constantly looking different, even if it was the same things I was seeing all year long. They would just transform. So I started collecting red leaves that had like fallen onto the sidewalk. If I was just waiting for the bus or walking to class or whatever, they were just so stunning to me. There's a lot of different shades of beautiful leaves that fall in Michigan and elsewhere, but the red ones to me just always popped and were so vibrant and full. They just seemed to me to have a story and a character. And so it was just fun to pick them up and take them on the bus until I could like put it in a safe place and then take it back home or and so it's just this wonderful way to collect little souvenirs of my time in Ann Arbor. And have this lovely little bowl that my friend made that they sat in for a while. And then all year long I was able to admire them, and it was cool to watch too how they would fade over time, how they look one way when I picked them up, but then they continue to transform, even just in the safety of my room. So it was fun to write a piece about that.
Yeah. And I think, as you said in your program notes, that you called them treasures or something like that. And I think that's when we were trying to think of a name for the album, that's really what sparked the us wanting to name it Red Leaf Collection, because to us, this is our Red Leaf Collection. Like, this album is our Red Leaf Collection. These are our treasures. We, you guys wrote these amazing pieces for us, and we asked you to write them for us, and they're, we made them our own, and we want to share them with the world, and it's like a treasure to us. And so that's kind of ultimately where the name Red Leaf Collection, we decided to name it Red Leaf Collection. And I think it's a culmination of your time at Michigan and experiencing Michigan fall, and this is a culmination of our time at Michigan, and meeting all of you and becoming friends with all of you, and it honestly melts my heart. I just love it so much.
I would also like to point out that the album artwork is the self-same Red Leaf collection. Those are Karalyn's actual leaves.
Yes, and
beautifully shot by Mickayla.
Yes, I actually took the album artwork myself. A little Photoshop, but not too much. Sagar helped out with the graphics and stuff too. But yeah, we did it all ourselves. And it just feels like, it's a product of our creativity. And, we had so much help along the way. But it was, we're so proud of it and so excited to share it with everyone. Okay, yeah, so we do have a little clip we're going to share, and I think Sagar is going to do that. And I think this is the transition into the dance section, which is one of our favorite parts of the whole piece. Yeah, Sagar, you want to go ahead and cue that up?
If you're just joining us, we are the Vanguard Reed Quintet. That was a little clip from the title track of our debut album, Red Leaf Collection. Karalyn, from my understanding, you are also a pretty accomplished performer. If you don't mind talking a little bit about how your performing experience informs your composition. I think you just recently premiered your own piano concerto. Is that correct?
That is correct. I was able to sneak it in at the University of Michigan before everything shut down. So that was really a gift. But yeah, so I've been playing piano my entire life. So I think a lot like a pianist, and a lot of my composing happens at the piano. So when I know that I'm writing for something that's not what I'm used to, it doesn't have the same mechanisms or range, for example, sometimes it's good for me to take a walk or write outside or just somewhere that's not in the vicinity of a piano. So I think more like a singer, or I think that's been a helpful approach for me. And I think being a performer specifically has made me like way more flexible when it comes to talking to performers. I just come in with like, I don't know what you know about your instrument, and that's great. It's great that you know more than I do. So it's okay if this doesn't work, and like, please tell me, because I would love to make it easier for you. But you guys just like took my piece and made it amazing, even though I know parts of it are really hard. So you took it all.
It is actually truly a joy to play.
It really is. I that clip that we just played reminded me of those high notes, and I was like, oh, that was hard to record.
Yeah.
But that transition to the dance section, man, I just love it. It's so good. I'm just curious about that dance section. Does it kind of have like some jazzy? It's got some jazzy stuff going on. I'm just curious what you were thinking about when you wrote that.
Yeah, I I think I remember writing that section in the Michigan library, actually, like, which is weird. I usually don't remember where I was exactly, but I think a lot of the piece does not sound like what you just heard. It's very like windy, it's very moody. There's like darker shades of things, and then this just kind of happens. And yeah, I think in my mind it was like imagining a story of like what happens when the leaf falls off the tree and when it was like blowing around, and like what kind of story does it have to tell, and how did it interact with other things, and it's also just fun to have a dance section.
Yeah, it's true. It's a jam for us for sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I think it's time to move on to the next piece in the album.